Hey, how's it going? I'm going to show you the failed engine on the 1986 Ford F-150. A thrown rod. Now that the engine's out, you can see the damage much better. So let's take a look. Here's the straight six that came out of the 86 Ford F-150. You can see right there a big huge hole in the block. Look right inside and you can see the crank journal, which used to hold on to the rod. So the rod let go, and you can see the cam right there too. The hole is so big you can see the crank journal and the camshaft. That's a huge failure. The rest of the engine externally looks pretty good, but that big old hole right there. Crank and cam are quite visible. I'm going to see what parts I can use from this straight six and see what I can use for this 5.0 V8, which I've got resting in the engine compartment right now. See the two turbos steering at you. I had to do a little fabricating on the engine mounts because the straight six is longer, so the distance between the mount and the transmission bell housing is about 5 inches longer on the straight six than the V8. So I had to make some engine mount extensions. If you look way down here, you can see where I did it. The regular engine mount, and I put a, see the engine mount there? I put an extension piece of steel bar there with some holes in it to line up with the mount. I got a few more, well, I got about another inch and some change distance between the transmission and the engine. That's always the hardest part whenever you install an engine, the last inch and a half, because you're trying to get that shaft just right, and it always gives me trouble. I mean, the last inch and a half, trying to shove the engine in there is the hardest part. So that's the last part I've got there. Then I will hook up my mount adapters, which are already hooked up to the mounts, as you can see. And I'll start working on the accessories and just everything else to build back up. And eventually I'll have to work on hooking up the fuel pump, the electric fuel pump. Since the original engine had a mechanical fuel pump, this one's going to be electric, and I'm going to go with a blow-through 4-barrel carburetor. So as pressure increases, more fuel gets delivered to the carburetor. So that's how it works with some things that they installed in the floats to make the floats pressurize as boost pressurizes. Yep. So here's the engine so far. It's looking pretty good. We'll do some more follow-up videos as I continue on the build of Project Troy, the 1986 Ford F-150 twin turbo. You guys have a great day, and mad boosting.